Youth appeal and ambitious plans to combat climate change form the core of Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's effort to become Prime Minister of Pakistan, which, if successful, would make him its youngest premier since his mother, Benazir Bhutto, was in office. As the general elections near on 8th of February, the 35-year-old, a former foreign minister and scion of a family that gave the nation 2 prime ministers, called for new ideas and leadership to calm political and economic instability. About 2/3 of Pakistan's population is younger than 30 years of age, while its prime ministers since 2000 have been older than 61 years on an average.
Okay, so I think it's absolutely important for us to engage with 60-70% of our population at the age of 35. Because I am also young myself, I think there's a lot of ability to relate there. And at the same time, our policies, our agenda that I launched earlier today, I think addresses many of the issues that affect young people all across the country.
The Oxford-educated Bhutto Zardari is less than half the age of 3-time Premier Nawaz Sharif, whom analysts consider the front-runner in next month's elections, and former cricket superstar Imran Khan, who won the last election in 2018. The eventual winner faces the task of reviving a struggling $350 billion economy, grappling with historic inflation and an unstable rupee currency that limit growth and job opportunities for the young. The South Asian nation received $3 billion loan program from the IMF in July that averted a sovereign debt default, but the 9-month standby arrangement is set to expire this spring. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari plans to tap into widespread anger, saying he has a concrete plan to provide free electricity and boost social safety programs despite fiscal constraints.
We are facing a perfect storm of crises. The economic crisis that we're facing is one of the worst in our history. The security challenges that we're facing risk pushing Pakistan back to the far more difficult time when we used to have terrorist attacks every other day across the country. As far as the geopolitical challenges in this part of the world is concerned, that poses a whole other set of challenges, and within that context, I don't think we have time to waste on politics as usual.
A member of Pakistan's most powerful political dynasty, Bhutto Zardari spoke in an interview during a grueling 4-week campaign that took him to more than 33 towns, while other parties began canvassing just last week. Bilawal is the son of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, assassinated while on a campaign trail in 2007, and the grandson of former Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, hanged by a military dictator in 1979. Both are venerated by Pakistanis, with their graves at a mausoleum just 25 kilometers or 16 miles from Larkana, drawing supporters and devotees throughout the year. If Bhutto Zardari won the election, subject to the vagaries of government formation, calculations show he could just be 25 days short of his mother's age on entering office in 1988 at the earliest. However, his Pakistan People's Party has lost space to the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, that is PMLN, of Sharif, and the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, that is PTI, of Khan, who have been locked in a bruising political battle for more than a decade. Positioning himself as an alternate to them in 2024, he recently called on supporters of Khan to vote for him while their leader is in jail. In the 2013 elections, the PPP came second after Sharif's party, garnering 42 of the 342 seats up for grabs. In 2018, with 54 seats, it was runner-up to the parties of both Sharif and Imran Khan. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari ruled out joining hands with either contender, however, saying he preferred to form a government with independent candidates.
I would prefer to form a Pakistan People's Party-led government with independent politicians. You know, lots of independent politicians, probably the highest in our history, are taking part in the coming elections. Aside from that, I think unfortunately both the Muslim League and the Tehreek-e-Insaf have proved that they are two sides of the same coin. The faces change, but the policies stay the same.
Most of the independents belong to Khan's party, which lost the right this month to contest on a single platform, making the approaching election the most open in recent times. Analysts believe the powerful military has thrown its backing to Sharif following a standoff with Khan, giving the former an edge in a country where army generals exert undue influence over setting up governments. The military denies the accusations and says it remains apolitical. Pushed into the political fray as a teenager in 2007 after his mother's assassination, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari later inherited her party but steered clear of politics until he finished his education. His father, Asif Ali Zardari, was elected president after Benazir's death. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari won a parliamentary seat in his first contest in 2018, which was followed by a 16-month stint as foreign minister until August of 2023.